Welcome up, welcome up, welcome up. Welcome up, soul family. Welcome up. Welcome up. Hold on, y'all. I was eating some popcorn. I thought I saw a little piece of residue. You know I'm not going to start this over right. We are all human. And if you've ever eaten popcorn, have seen someone eat popcorn, or ever desire to have popcorn, just know you're going to have some residue from that. Either crumbs, the kernels, something in your teeth. Let me look at mine. Look like I'm good. Okay? Come on now. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing now. We're all a human. All right? People walk around like they're Mr. and Mrs. Perfect in the world, and they have to be perfect. They have to look perfect. They have to do all these things of perfection, but really, perfection doesn't even exist. You're competing for what? Against other people? Or what perfection looks like? But really, we're all perfection in our own right. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. Just know over here, Miss 11, I didn't tell you my name. Miss 11, we just go with the flow. Whenever spirit gives me the guidance to come on, I just come on to start talking. Before I get started, I want to give honor and praise to the Most High. I want to give honor and praise to Mother, Father, Spirit, which is a part of the Most High. I hope you all know that. But I just want to make sure I give honor to the male and female energies. They are the ones who created us, all wrapped in one, just like we have male and female energies within us. All right? We just have to balance ourselves. You can Google all this. Just balance ourselves. That's how we are able to grow and do other things when we are balanced. Okay? It's only when we're out of balance when we have created the seeds of imbalance. So therefore, we have created the soil of imbalance. So any seeds that we may obtain, okay, are in the soil of unbalance. So guess what happens when those seeds begin to mature? They mature as being unbalanced. So that's why it's key that whatever you desire, you first have to be balanced. So you can have balanced seeds that germinate into balanced fruit, to the real fruit that you really want to experience. Oh, that's all. Thank you. Ooh, this is just coming off the dome. I'm just sharing. So I was guided a couple of days ago to really speak about my journey. And I was hesitant about it. I'm just being transparent because, but what does that mean? Share your journey, because we all have a story or whatever. But your story is your testimony. Your story is when you're authentic, not a made-up story. Your story is here, and we are here to help one another grow and ascend. We're all on different timelines, okay? And those who are on a different, whatever timeline you're on, just know you're helping someone around you. That's it. And where people get hemmed up is when they begin to look at other people's grass or where they reside, their soil, their plants. Let me just say that. In their grass, they start looking over there and wondering why theirs, their own, doesn't look like that or doesn't feel, or whatever that is. And that creates a rabbit hole of karma. All right? Because it's a lesson you have to learn over and over and over again until you get yourself out of that energy. Leave people alone. Let them be who they are. Meanwhile, thank you, Spirit. If you just so happen to share space with them, you still have your own boundaries because you believe in unconditional love. Because first you love yourself. So when you love yourself, you know how to keep yourself accountable for your own actions. And then when we're able to do that, guess what? Everything around you has to do the same thing, because you're not going to accept foolishness. But even when we don't accept foolishness, people who do foolish things, to them it may not be foolish, because that's how they were raised. It's a part of their culture. And when I say culture meaning the people around them, not their background, their pedigree. Look up the definition of culture. Even at work, wherever you work, there's a culture there. It's a type of culture. All right? So understand that. All right? So it's only when someone said today, hits rock bottom. That rock bottom looks different. Okay? Sometimes people go through a rock bottom of their own energy. Ooh, it's thundering outside. I'm going to keep going. Some people go through a rock bottom of their own energy because they don't know who or how to differentiate their energy from other people's energy, because they have worn a mask for so long they have forgotten who they actually are. And that's all right. That's the perfect place to be in order to repot your soil. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. That was good. Repot your soil. I don't know I think I told you guys this. I didn't even like plants post 2020. No, pre 2020. I didn't even care for plants. All right. It wasn't until we had that experience that I began to work with plants, and it's taught me so much. Even when we want to start anew, it could be the older and the same plant, and all it needs is to be repotted with some fresh soil so it can expand, right? And new ingredients in the soil. We are the same way. We have to regenerate our soil, and it's okay to dump some old soil out, right? That's the whole point of growth, in order to have new soil for these seeds. Did I give praise to my ancestors? I gotta give praise to the ancestors, the council, the 3-3, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and Gabriel, Goddess Sophia, Goddess Isis, okay? Oya, obviously, right? Follow the guidance you have been given. Now I begin to tell my story, all right? Whatever way God, my person who lives inside of me, gives it to me to share. The Most High Source gives it to me to share. That's what I'll share. Because the journey starts a long time ago, many, many years ago. Whether it's 30, 40 years ago, that's when the journey really started. All right? Some things take time. Being a generational pattern breaker takes time. It takes time. Because first you got to sit with it. And then when you sit with it and you realize, is this where I want to be? Is this really where I want to be? And if it's not where I want to be, why do I feel a certain way of moving beyond that? Because I want to grow. Okay? And that growth means it has nothing to do with putting other people down. That's not growth. Anytime someone calls themselves transitioning, being somewhere else, or living somewhere else, and uprooting themselves to leave everyone else behind, and has done it out of a state of fear or envy, of disgust or despise or unforgiveness, or whatever reason, whatever the soil was when a decision was made, just know that in that decision, as it begins to root, as it begins to grow, it's growing from a place of the seeds that now you have to reap. That is the whole premise of reaping and sowing. That is real, y'all. It's really, that's a southern thing, y'all. It's real. Don't let low frequency, low energy people, all right? When you think about devils and demons, don't think of someone with horns. Don't think of someone red with a long tail and pitchfork. Think of the person who's closest to you. Think of people, glorious people, glamorous people, people easy on the eyes who love to tickle the ears, make it feel good. Because that feel good is coming from a place of low self-esteem that wants to be coddled by someone else. But again, it doesn't want me to say anything. But again, we had to hold our own selves accountable of our own growth and most importantly, sovereignty.